Hi, we're on the Isle of Purbeck at the foot of Corfe Castle, and the plan is to ride out to Old Harry Rocks. So this section is actually off the road into Corfe, first turning left and then left through a gateway, and it leads you to this single track which goes on for a total of over 3 miles uphill. Not all on this type of surface, it becomes more grassy after about a mile and a half, as you'll see. So I'm riding the E160 RSX Whyte, and up front that's Ken, he's riding on his Levo, and it looks like we've picked a pretty good day for it. It's decent blue sky, but there is a bit of a wind building, which is probably going to be a bit problematic on the way back, because it's at our back as we ride up here. One of the plans for today is to run the battery down a little bit. I haven't actually run this battery down below about 45% yet, so I've only charged it to about 75% before we started out. So this is fairly typical of the sort of surface you ride on most of the way down to Old Harry, apart from a couple of gravelly track downhill runs, which you'll see a bit later on. And that's views over to Poole Harbour on the left there. Over to the right in front of us would be Swanage. The wind is starting to build already. And those two escarpments over there, that.
Yeah.
And I think that says 3.2 miles, and this is just about the highest you actually climb, so this is fairly level now. And here's the first of the little downhill trails. This one's not particularly steep or lumpy, leading down to a gate. You have to be a little bit cautious, because as you can see there's walkers all the way along this trail. Quite a few people when we got to Old Harry as well. It's about 7.5 miles from Corfe, which is where I suspect most of them start out from. There's a car park there at the foot of Corfe Castle, although we were parked in a lay-by. Start the second gravelly descent now. This one's a lot more channelled out, and a lot more big stones. Takes a bit of concentration. At least you can get up some speed here.
Hey up.
kind of mixture of rides on this Whyte E160 RSX now, and I have to say it seems to excel at virtually everything I try on it. So everything from this sort of ride to forest trails and downhill runs, seems to cope with all of it. So this track ends up at a gateway, then out onto the only bit of road section that we need to do on this ride. It's only about 300 metres or so up a hill, and then you turn off of there, after which we head up to the obelisk. Here's the gateway just before the road now.
You do, don't put your fingers on those discs.
Well, I didn't use them.
Yeah, right. It's a bit blue on the back there, mate. Yeah. No chance coming down there, right?
So we've gone up the road and then turned right at the top of the hill, and this is the trail up to the obelisk, which you can see there. There's Weymouth Bay off to the left, we can see now. To commemorate the production of pure water from chalk. Bit of an oddity that. Apparently it was pulled down during the Second World War, so as not to act as a any sort of guide for aircraft, and then reassembled afterwards. So we're on the slight downhill run now towards the cliff edge at Old Harry. Just past a milestone there, and there's a trail off to the right where you can ride down into Swanage. We're obviously going straight on towards the cliff edge now. Might just be able to make out the Isle of Wight on the horizon over there. Just tucked into our left there's Studland.
The Isle of Wight here.
So we're riding now with the cliff to our right, and there's Old Harry in front of us. Fancy a dive off? Ken and I have actually kayaked all around this area below us here, setting off from Knoll Beach, which is over at Studland. We've kayaked around Old Harry and around these rock faces here, then up towards Swanage Bay. So we're getting a different viewpoint today. And there's Old Harry.
Saw it at the same time in the same place. I think of this. There it is. There's obviously something there.
Time for a snack, I think. Go for a bit of a closer look at Old Harry itself. As you can see, a few people up here, having probably mostly all walked from Corfe, I would think. So they say that this series of rocks here, millions of years ago, was continued right across to the Isle of Wight, probably by Hurst Castle over on the Isle of Wight. And these rocks are all that remain of that promontory. So after a stop and a bite to eat, we started making our way back. I haven't recorded much in the way of video on the way back, except for the run down the single track. That's the ASC rescue helicopter overhead. So we skip on the way back now to, this is the original section that was on the video, the gravity track on the way back down to Corfe itself. This was something of a relief, trying to ride back. We were facing a very stiff west-southwest wind, which made going a bit tough. At least here it's freewheel all the way. Should have pulled my socks up before that. Should have pulled my socks up before
Oh
that.
shit, mate. Bloody hell. You got some of them brambles.
Yeah, looks like. So I'll leave you with the final shot back at the foot of Corfe, and a shot of my kiosk display showing the distance we just covered. Bye for now.